Kaepernick is out now. There's a graphic novel about his life. And it dovetails on something he put in, was it the HBO show? It was like a movie online. We had to watch this whole thing. I watched the whole series about his life. And he has used this platform in his book in the same way he used his special about his life, which is to bash his parents who adopted him. He's mixed race and his parents are white. His adoptive parents are white. And he decided to use this opportunity to bash his parents as racists because they made a remark about his hair when he was a kid. Here is a sample of what he said in SOT 6.
I know my parents loved me, but there were still very problematic things that I went through. I think it was important to show that, no, this can happen in your own home, and how we move forward collectively while addressing the racism that is being perpetuated.
He took cues from his icon, basketball star Allen Iverson, who he said wore his blackness like a suit of armor. And teenage Kaepernick wanted cornrows to match. He's getting what roles, his mom asked?
Oh, your hair's not professional. Oh, you look like a little thug.
Your mom said that to you?
Yeah. And those become spaces where it's like, okay, how do I navigate this situation now? But it also has informed why I have my hair long today.
So, what do you make of Colin Kaepernick using his fame, his microphone, his pages, his online special to bash the parents?
Yeah, I think let's just give it context. No country actually integrates race and culture to the extent that America does on this planet. Like, we mix race and culture so often that it's easy to conflate things. And in this situation, I think he's conflating racism with actual association, with identity. I give it to you like this. I grew up in LA, and we know what symbols are supposed to do. Symbols are supposed to tell the masses what you represent. If you look through the history of civilization, especially in yesteryears, they used symbols because they didn't have the information to transmit or the means to transmit it often and as clearly as they desired. So they would put symbols up, right? And that was a broadcast signal to everyone. What Colin Kaepernick doesn't understand, what I was able to learn really young in this world, is that you can symbolize something to show you associate with it, and it's not based on race. So Ice Cube famously said this in the mid and late 80s when the LA Raiders were here, right? And Ice Cube, NWA, wanted to be known as a gangster because that was going to help them sell albums and sell their image. Their persona was gangster, right? So they said, I wear a Raider hat, T-shirt, and khakis. And do you know, everybody who wanted to act gangster in the neighborhood and across this country was starting to wear Raider hats, T-shirts, and khakis. Okay, you take it from there. Will Smith and Fresh Prince. Oh, I want to be preppy. I want to be the guy that looks like a dancer. High top fade, a little flower shirt, cross-colored pants. Point being, we all know that there are things that you can look like and represent something that is identified as that. My parents knew, growing up where I grew up, that there was a look to a gangster. They knew Raider hat, T-shirt, khakis. They also knew sagging. They also knew some of the hairstyles or some of the clothes we wore, Pendletons, meant you look gangster. My parents are Black, and my parents reprimanded me many a times for looking like a gangster. Just like Colin Kaepernick's parents was trying to say he looked like a thug. What were thugs trying to wear? Their representation? Cornrows was one of them. They also had their uniforms as well. Jail suits. I've seen it all. And it doesn't come from the origins of race. It comes from the origins of association, and people wanted you to keep distance from those associations. You want to look like a nerd? That's not racial. Get a pocket protector, right? Pull your pants up, play the Urkel role. And all of a sudden you're a nerd. If a white person calls you a nerd and a Black person calls you a nerd, it's just they're calling you a nerd. It's not racism. So I think he just got caught up in the conflation because he had white parents That shows the issues he's had with his identity because he doesn't know the source. He doesn't know the origins of their spirit because he always looks at their color. But if he were in my house, in my family, and I walked in with cornrows, my family would have said the exact same thing. What are you doing? You're trying to look like a thug. And it's okay. Yeah. Like we can let down some of these borders. We can let down some of these walls that are really trying to exclude us from conversations where we can learn, oh, that was a conflation. But instead, we want to be polarizing and we want to talk at each other instead of with each other.
Sherry from Omaha, Nebraska has this to say about Gisele, quote, I have sensitive skin and I'm careful about all products. Then my husband bought me Gisele's immediate effects product and the Gisele Deep Firming Serum. Felt it working immediately. Eyes look amazing, face feels smooth, and it diminished the appearance of wrinkles. So impressed, and thanks to Gisele and my husband, I now take Gisele everywhere. End quote. It's not just Sherry. Gisele has sold over 1 million products to women and men across this great country. Say goodbye to fine lines, wrinkles, and even those annoying under-eye bags and puffiness from years of endless Zoom calls. And look 5, 10, even 15 years younger, just in time for warmer weather. Best of all, guaranteed results in as little as 12 hours or your money back. Go to Gisele.com to see for yourself with 70% off their most popular package. That's all their best stuff, including the classic under-eye bags and puffiness treatment, free shipping, and luxury beauty box containing 2 free gifts with every subscription. Go to Genucel.com/MK60. That's GENUCEL.com/MK60. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.